Good morning, we're on the record. Good morning again. As chairperson of the Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Board for the District of Columbia, and in accordance with DC Code Section 2-571(h) of the Open Meetings Act, OMA, I'm welcoming you to the regular scheduled meeting of the Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Board. This meeting has been conducted pursuant to guidance made available by the District of Columbia's Office of Open Government regarding electronic meetings held by public bodies. Electronic meetings by the ABC Board are authorized pursuant to Section 2-577A of the DC Code. Pursuant to the OMA requirements, notice of today's meeting was provided 48 hours in advance of the meeting on ABCA's website and on the District Central Meeting calendar. The notice includes the time, date, agenda, and call-in or login information for public participation. This electronic meeting has been hosted by a WebEx account provided by the District of Columbia government. Please address any questions or complaints to the OOG at opengovoffice@dc.gov. My name is Donovan Anderson, I'm chairperson of the board. I would like to introduce the other members of the ABC board who are also participating electronically. Please respond when I announce your names. Mr. Silas Grant.
Mr. Silas Grant, present.
Terry Janine Quinn.
Ms. Terry Janine Quinn, present.
Mr. David Meadows.
Good morning, Mr. David Meadows, present.
Mr. Ryan Jones.
Mr. Ryan Jones, present.
The board has 5 members in attendance for the conduct of business today, and that constitutes a quorum. Before we get underway with today's hearing calendar, I need to make a few instructions very clear so that the conduct of these hearings is understood by everyone. There are 9 cases scheduled for today's calendar. Once your case is called, I will take a moment for IT specialists to elevate the rights for each party to enable their camera and microphone. Then and only then will you have the ability to enable your equipment. If your case is not being heard, you will remain mute and your camera will be disabled. At the conclusion of each case, the parties will have the option to leave. If the party chooses to stay, all cameras and microphones for the concluded case will be disabled. Should you have any questions or require technical assistance during the hearing, please submit them using the question and answer feature. Our first case this morning is a protest hearing status case number 26 PRO 00016. Barazo Atlantico, Florida Atlantico, license number 131191. This matter has been canceled and a settlement agreement has been provided to the board for its review and consideration. The next case in our calendar is case number 26 PRO 00018, Dirty Water, license number 125771. Good morning, Mr. Oriana. Can you please elevate the rights of the parties in this case?
Good morning. Luke Casey, Access Elevated, and Jeff Geertz, Access Elevated. That is all, Chairman.
Thank you.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Hold on 1 minute, please. Yes. Good morning, Mr. Casey. Can you please spell and state your name for the record, sir? You're on mute, Mr. Casey.
I'm sorry, Luke Casey, Lukecasey.
And your relationship, sir?
The owner.
Good morning. Mr. Geertz, I probably did a horrible job, but you'll instruct me, so please spell and state your name for the record, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Jeff, Jeff, last name is Geertz, Giertz. Was an admirable effort. No problem. I'm the chair of ANC 6A's Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Committee, representing the ANC.
Good morning, Mr. Geertz. Good morning. All right, Mr.
I think this should be able to be settled with a settlement agreement. I got it this morning and everything looks okay. I just haven't had a chance to send it back over yet.
All right, then, Mr. Geertz, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just want to corroborate what Luke said. We've all but reached a settlement agreement in this matter. We just have to finish the paperwork and submit it to ABCA. So we're very close, and I would not expect to see this matter before the board again.
Well, thank you for that representation. So provide that the settlement agreement the representation is that are the parties, I'm not going to cancel the hearing because unless you tell me to cancel it. So if this matter is not settled, it's scheduled for a protest hearing on the 29th at 1:30 p.m. But based on the representation of the parties, it is not apparent that this matter will actually go to a protest hearing. So I like when we have these matters, I hear the parties instruct the agency that they believe that this case is going to be settled. So thank you and great communication that the parties have had. And as stated, I will not see you on the 29th, but just send us the settlement agreement as soon as possible. All right? Thank you. Have a great day.
Will do. Thank you.
The next case on our calendar is case number 25-251-00012, 12 after 12, license number 117238. This hearing has been canceled due to the submission of an offer in compromise for the board's review and approval. The next case on our calendar is case number 25CC 00018 Bidwell, license number 92990. This case has been canceled and an offer in compromise has been provided to the boards for its review and consideration. The next case on our calendar is case number 25 CIT 00256 Flair Restaurant and Lounge, license number 120179. Mr. Oriana, can you please elevate the rights of the parties in this case?
Sure thing. Bakalu Ayalu, access elevated. Colin Chenchi, access elevated. And investigator Mikea Nelson, access elevated. That is all, Chairman.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Chenchi. Can you please spell and state your name for the record, sir?
Morning, Mr. Chair. Colin Chenchi, COLLINCENCI, Assistant Attorney General with the Office of the Attorney General for the District of Columbia.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Ayalu, can you please spell and state your name for the record and your relationship to this establishment, sir?
Good morning, Mr. Chairperson and everybody else. My name is Ayalu, Ayalew, first name Bakalu, Bekalu. The owner of Flair Restaurant and Lounge.
Good morning, sir. All right, Mr. Chenchi, this is a show cause hearing. Are there any preliminary matters this morning?
No, there are not.
All right, fine. All right, so we're having a show cause hearing this morning. The way this goes, Mr. Ayalu, is that the government goes first, so the government will call a witness. The witness will testify. Excuse me, once the witness testifies, you'll have an opportunity to cross-examine that witness. After the government has presented its case, you then, if you have any witnesses, then you'll have that witness testify, or if you're going to testify, I'll swear you in, and you can testify, and the government will have an opportunity to cross-examine you, and then the board will ask questions of yourself or your witnesses. Once that's done, we'll have a closing statement, and I'll close the record. You'll have the parties will have prior to closing record, the party will have a closing statement. I will close the record, and then the board will have will make a decision which we will issue. I think in 90 days. Okay. Any questions by either side before we start?
And from the district.
All right. Does the government wish to make an opening statement?
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
May it please the board. We are here today in a show cause action in the matter of Flair Restaurant and Lounge, a business located at 2210 14th Street Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20009. Today, the evidence is going to show you that on April 6, 2025, the establishment operated after its licensed hours of operation. You're going to hear how investigator Micaiah Nelson noticed that there were patrons standing outside of the establishment, and upon entering the establishment, saw numerous patrons seated at the bar, drinking beverages and smoking hookah, more than 30 minutes after the establishment was supposed to have ceased operating. It's because of this behavior that ABCA has issued this notice of show cause against the establishment. The notice concerns one simple charge: that the establishment operated after its approved hours in violation of DC Code 762 B13.
Thank
The
you.
district bears the burden of proof in this case. We have to show you that the respondent has committed these violations by substantial evidence in the record. And we're going to do that through the testimony of investigator Micaiah Nelson. At the end of this hearing, it will be clear that the establishment did violate the terms of its license by operating after its approved hours. It's because of that, at the end of today's hearing, I'm going to ask that you find in favor of the District of Columbia and issue a penalty in accordance with the law. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Yalu, do you wish to make an opening statement now, or do you wish to wait? Will you make your opening statement when you present your case?
I'll wait.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Does the
you.
government have a witness they wish to call?
Yes, the district calls Micaiah Nelson.
Miss Nelson, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
I affirm.
Your witness, sir.
Good morning. Can you please state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Good morning. Micaiah Nelson. That is Mikea. Last name Nelson.
Where do you work, Ms. Nelson?
The Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Administration.
What's your position there?
As I'm an investigator.
What are your duties and responsibilities as an investigator for ABCA?
I conduct inspections and investigations of ABC licensed establishments within the District of Columbia.
How long have you been an investigator?
7 years.
I want to turn your attention to today's case. Are you familiar with an establishment located at 2210 14th Street Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20009, known as Flair Restaurant and Lounge?
Yes.
How are you familiar with it?
I have conducted investigations at this establishment.
Did you have reason to visit this establishment on April 6, 2025?
Yes.
What were you doing at approximately 3:26 a.m. that morning?
I was monitoring the 2200 block of 14th Street Northwest.
Did you see anything as you were monitoring it at that time?
Yes.
What
I
did you see?
noted a group of patrons outside of Flair Restaurant and Lounge.
What did you do after you saw those patrons standing outside of this establishment?
I approached the establishment and attempted to gain entry.
Were you able to enter the establishment right away?
No,
Why not?
the door was locked.
Were you able to enter the establishment at all?
Yes,
How?
the door was opened by security and I was met by him at the front door.
Before we go any further, did you memorialize what you saw at the establishment that night?
Yes, I did.
As part of your investigation, did you create a case report documenting your investigation?
Yes, I did.
And as part of that investigation, did you record any videos?
Yes, I did.
Did you attach the videos you created to the case report as exhibits?
Yes.
Mr. Chairperson, the district would like to confirm for the record that the government's exhibit, the case report for Flair Restaurant and Lounge, is already in evidence under 23 DCMR 1713.10.
Yes, sir, you're correct.
I'm sharing my screen.
So, Oriana, allow Mr. Tenji to share his screen.
Access granted.
Thank you.
Colin, will your video include audio?
It will not.
Okay.
Investigator, I'm directing your attention to what is marked as Exhibit 1 within your report. Please watch it silently in its entirety, and then I will ask you questions about it. All right, investigator, was that a video you recorded of Flair Restaurant and Lounge on the morning of April 5th, 2026, April 6th, 2025?
Yes.
Investigator, what does that video show us?
That video shows me entering the establishment.
I'm directing your attention to timestamp 3 seconds within the video. Investigator, who are these individuals on the left-hand side of the video frame?
That is the group of patrons that I saw from the 2200 block of 14th Street outside of the establishment.
You said this video shows you entering the establishment. What did you see once you entered the establishment?
I was met by the establishment security at the front door, and then I saw patrons sitting at the bar.
Directing your attention to timestamp 25 within Exhibit 1. Investigator, are these the individuals that you saw seated at the bar that morning?
Yes.
What did they appear to be doing as you entered the establishment?
They appeared to be smoking hookah and consuming what appeared to be alcoholic beverages.
I will stop sharing my screen. Investigator, did you record any other videos besides that one?
Yes.
Directing your attention now to what's marked within your report as Exhibit 2. Same thing as before, please just watch it silently, and then I will ask you some questions about it. All right, investigator, what did that video show us?
That showed patrons sitting at the establishment's first floor bar area, consuming what appeared to be alcoholic beverages and smoking hookah.
We are at the 0 timestamp of the video, right as the video starts. The patrons that are depicted in this frame, what are they doing?
They appear to be having alcoholic beverages in their possession and sitting at the bar.
How were you able to determine they were alcoholic beverages?
The patrons had liquid with alcohol in it, liquid in glass cups. There weren't any soda cans or plastic cups to indicate that it was not alcohol.
And directing your attention to timestamp of 3 seconds within the video, what are these patrons doing?
They are consuming hookah.
All right. Investigator, in this video, do you observe anybody with their phones out?
No.
As far as you can recall, while you were at the establishment that morning, did you observe anyone with their phones out?
No, not that I recall.
I'll stop sharing my screen. Investigator, were you able to review this establishment's ABC license?
Yes, I was.
What are the hours of operation for this establishment on Saturdays?
From 11 a.m. until 3 a.m.
So you said until 3 a.m. Would those Saturday hours control operation on Sunday mornings?
Yes, it would.
Was April 6, 2025 a Sunday?
Yes.
You said those were the hours of operation. What is supposed to happen after the hours of operation for an establishment end?
All operations should cease at 3 a.m. at this establishment.
When you say that, Can patrons remain inside of the establishment smoking hookah?
No, sir.
Can they remain inside of the establishment consuming alcoholic beverages?
No, sir.
Can they remain inside of the establishment consuming any beverages at all?
No, sir.
Can the patrons remain in the establishment for any reason?
No.
Thank you very much, investigator. I have no further questions.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Allow, do you have any questions of the investigator, sir? Okay.
Hi, Mr. Chairperson. Ayalu is the name, actually. I know it's very
Ayalu, I
difficult to
apologize.
enunciate.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ms. Nelson. Just my question for the investigator was that when she approached the door, she saw the people that stand outside. She said that they were trying to come in. While they were actually waiting for their Uber transportation outside the
No,
door.
Mr. Ayalu, you have to ask her a question. So you can't, if you want to make a statement later on, you can, but whatever you're asking, you have to frame it in a question format. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. That's what I was gonna do. So did she see them pulling the door handle, knocking on the door, trying to come in?
Good morning, Mr. Ayalu. So in my case report, I stated that I saw patrons outside. I didn't state that I saw them attempt to enter. When I gained entry, that's when I saw patrons inside of the establishment.
Right. And earlier you said that they were trying to gain access. I thought that's what I heard. But in regards to people leaving the establishment, yes, it is allowed to 3. What are the graceful period for people to leave, exit the area, according to you? I'm just trying to understand as well.
Objection calls for legal testimony.
I'm gonna overrule the objection. The order I'm gonna over. He has not represented himself to me as an attorney, and so I think I get the question that he's asking. So I'm gonna overrule the question for that reason. Ms. Nelson, if you can answer the question, please do.
Mr. Ayalu, are you asking at how long it takes do we give grace for patrons to leave the establishment or to leave the front of the establishment?
Both.
So to leave the establishment, ABCA investigators tend to, this is not by law, give the establishment approximately 10 minutes or so to get everyone out. To leave the front of the establishment, we don't regulate people on the sidewalk to say when they cannot be outside.
So 10-15 minutes after the closing, correct?
Approximately. That's not a rule or law.
Right. Agree. That's all I have, Mr. Chairperson.
All right, thank you. Any questions by any board members? Let's see.
I do like Mr. Chairperson. Is that okay?
What, sir? I mean, I thought you were done asking her questions.
Oh no, it's just not the question part is done. Am I allowed to make a statement?
No, not now. Not now.
Thank
You'll get an opportunity. Now it's still the government's presentation, so you'll get an opportunity once the government has rested. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'm trying to figure if I have any questions. All right. So I just want to get some clarification, Ms. Nelson. And what time is it that you saw patrons in the establishment?
I would say approximately 3:30 a.m. I saw the patrons outside on 14th Street at approximately 3:26. So I would say approximately 3:30 a.m.
So at 3:30 a.m., did it look like the patrons did it look like they were leaving, or were they comfortable still consuming water or whatever it is that they were consuming?
They appeared to be comfortable consuming hookah at the bar.
Mm. All right. All right. Thanks. Mr. Ayalu, do you have any questions of the witness based on the question I asked? Just based on the question I asked, sir. Okay.
Not at the moment.
Okay, fine. Mr. Tenchi, any redirect?
Yes. Investigator, the chair just asked you, and you testified that you saw patrons inside at approximately 3:30 a.m. About how long did you remain inside of the establishment that morning?
I would say approximately 10 minutes.
So at approximately what time did you leave the establishment?
I would say maybe 3:40.
At 3:40 a.m. on April 6, 2025, was that the last time that morning that you saw the establishment?
No,
When did you see the establishment again?
I advised Mr. Ayalu that all patrons needed to leave the establishment because they were supposed to be closed prior to my exit. I waited approximately 10 to 15 minutes, and then I returned to the establishment to make sure that all patrons had exited and all operations had ceased at Freelair Restaurant and Lounge.
At approximately what time was it that you returned?
I would say between 3:50 and 4 a.m.
When you returned to the establishment between 3:50 and 4 a.m., had the establishment emptied out?
It appeared to be closed, and all patrons appeared to have exited.
Thank you, investigator. I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Nelson, thank you for your presentation today. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. Does the government have another witness?
No, and at this time, the government rests barring any necessary rebuttal evidence.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Ayalu, do you have any witnesses that you're gonna call today, sir?
No, I do not have one.
All right, so let me swear you in. Can you raise your right hand, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? All right, go ahead, sir.
Just wanted to be clear to the board, to everyone on here, that I was not operating an after hour. I was actually in the midst of literally waiting for those individuals who are customers / friends to leave the establishment. At that time, I did submit my evidence to Mr. Chenchi that the amount of threats in regards to the crime rate around the area, the robbery, and that happened in front of my establishment as well for the people to leave. I'm not here to make anything else but tell you guys the truth. And I'm swearing to God that they were waiting for their transportation to leave so that so they can get home safely. That was my main concern. A few things that Mr. Nelson mentioned, that she was in the establishment for 10 minutes. That's not accurate. She was actually in and out. She came in, she told me, I said, Mr. Nelson, this individual started waiting for Uber transportation. That shows that on the evidence that I submitted to Mr. Chenchi, that, explaining that they were just there waiting for their transportation. They were leaving. Yes, they were smoking and drinking their soda beverages that was there at the last minute before the exit. And the lights were on. There were no music playing to indicate the lights were on fully to indicate that we are done for the night. We locked the door to make sure that nobody will come in, and they're just kindly pushing the customers out. With this tough economy, we can't be as rough as we can in DC right now. With the amount of establishment that's been closed around DC, we have to literally butter up these customers to make sure that they're comfortable, they're leaving. Yes, I do follow the rules, and I totally understand the rule, but I was not operating in after hours that night. They were leaving as soon as the Uber arrived. It's a peak hour. You can try, anybody can come and try to catch an Uber around in the area of U Street around that time. How long does it take to get an Uber? Not to mention the surcharges and all these challenges that as an establishment that we are facing. We have to make sure that the safety is a protocol. We can't yank everything. Yes, we had picked up everything. They said, "Oh, it's a soda. I'm about to leave. I'm waiting for my Uber. Here it is." And that's what it was. And I'm standing right in the middle of it when she walked in. And I was explaining that to her. As you can see, they're leaving. They're waiting for the Uber. I verbally communicated that with the investigator. And I also called her 5 minutes within, right after she left. I called within 5 minutes saying, "They're outside now. They leaving the venue as I told you." She said, "Good." And that was it. I called her directly, and she said everything's clear. So if I was operating after hours, I would have a music fully blast. I will have the lights dimmed down, and I will have more customers than 7 people that you're looking at on the video that she submitted. Trust me, that was not operating in after hours. And I'm here today to really make a statement in a sense. There are many establishments that do a full-scale operation of after hours, and I'm not one of them. And the simple fact that I'm getting penalized, that day I didn't make the money that the $1,000 fine that lived even on me, I didn't make that money that night. I probably made like $1,200 for the entire night. I've been open the whole day, and the money I made is $1,200. And if I was making after hours operation, if I was doing after hour operation, I would have made a whole lot of money than that. And I'm willing to submit that information to you guys. And it was not my intent for those people to be sitting inside, except to make sure that, hey, you wait 2, 4, 5 minutes, and you get ready to leave. That's good to go. The lights are on. When she came in, it was 3:24. She literally walked in within 2, 3 minutes after she spoke to me. And that was that. I explained that to her honestly and God truth. I said, "Hey, they're leaving. These are my friends. They're waiting for the Uber. They don't want to get in trouble by standing outside, being robbed, mugged, and whatnot." And I sent at least 10 screenshots alert during that time period to Mr. Chenchi that these are happening around my establishments. And it's out of concern. I didn't mean to break any law, and I was not breaking a law, and they were just finishing up the soda beverages that they have. I have other videos where it shows that all the beverages being picked up prior to 3 o'clock. And those are the only customers really that they were getting ready to leave. So that's why I'm here today to really stand up on my integrity and my business, to tell you guys that I was not operating after hours, and that's the honest truth.
Before the government asks you any questions, you said you sent these documents to the government. Did you send them in when you remember I told you that if you have any documents or witnesses you need to present, you had to send them 7 days before the hearing? Did you send them to the government and to the agency 7 days before the hearing?
Yes, I did. I forwarded to the agency as well. I did, Mr.
All right, well,
Chenchi.
do you want to show us what these documents are, sir, since you said that you sent them to the, because I haven't seen them, the board hasn't seen them, so if you want the board to consider your evidence, I
Okay.
guess, let me ask the government, so were the documents sent timely, sir, Mr. Chenchi?
Just to clarify for the record, the documents were sent timely to me. They were not sent timely to the agency. We are not objecting to their admission, given that they were identical documents that were submitted. I believe this was a misunderstanding on Mr. Ayalu's part of who needed to receive the documents. So we are not objecting to their admission on that grounds. We may have objections on other grounds.
Then you can do that, but I know that in his presentation he's talking about documents. I just want to make sure. I wasn't sure if the documents were submitted timely. So if you want to share the documents, if you want to share your screen now, with the to show the board whatever documents, and I can give I'll ask Mr. Oriana to allow you to share your screen. You can share the documents. I don't know if the government is going to have any objection because I haven't seen them, so I don't know what. So if you want to share your screen, sir, Mr. Oriana, can you give him please allow Mr.
Okay, thank you,
Ayala
Mr. Chairman.
to share his screen. Now you're off camera, so I'm not.
Pulling up the email.
Access granted.
I'm sorry, sir. Okay, so if you want to share your screen, you now can do that to share the
Okay.
document you just referenced in.
Okay, I'm clicking on it. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. I'm able to see your screen.
These are the past those dates, all the alerts that we're receiving for people to just being robbed, mugged, around the area, in and around the area of my business.
Mr. Chair, the government does object to the omission of this evidence.
So you do not?
We do object.
All right. What's the nature of your objection?
Mr. Chair, my apologies. Mr. Ayalu took them down off the screen, but if we are to look at each of the text messages that Mr. Ayalu says that he received, he's asserting that these are MPD crime alerts, but based on the review of when these alerts were sent and where they are for, they have no bearing on the outcome of this case. They either are sent not on the evening of the incident in question. Several of these screenshots are from after the operation after hours, and therefore could have no bearing on Mr. Ayalu's decision to allow individuals to stay in his establishment after hours on that day. Or to the extent that any are from before that evening, they are not located near his establishment. I believe one is for a 900 block on R Street, for example. Where we're located is we're on the 2200 block of 14th Street. Mr. Ayalu would need to establish there is some sort of connection to relate it to his claim in this case that he was simply trying to keep individuals safe. Crime being somewhere in the city at all is too tenuous of a connection to allow Mr. Ayalu to establish a defense that he was simply trying to keep his friends safe because a crime happened somewhere else.
All right, so Mr. Ayalu, why are these messages? The government stated that this is not, it didn't occur the day of the infraction. It's not within your immediate vicinity. So why is it that, okay, you receive crime alerts around the city. Why is it relevant for this specific instance, sir?
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. This is exactly what the issue is, a citywide issue where people don't feel safe to come in the District of Columbia to really spend their money. You know, my customers doesn't feel, not only my customers, a bunch of business owners that I know in the city, the crime was at the highest alert at the time of the event. And there are some screenshots that I provided in before and after the incident occurred, where people being mugged and robbed a block away from me. It's actually my vicinity, not anywhere in the city that, like Mr. Chenchi mentioned. These are very crucial evidence that the city was plunged in, where I have a customer who got their car jacked in front of my establishment. So people, like, it's really tough, Mr. Chairperson and board members, to really, like, I'm not really trying to blame anything for people staying there. All I was doing is, Lord knows, I was protecting my customers' best interest and safety. That was most important thing for me at that time. I was not trying to make a profit. I was not trying to say anything. Amongst other things that are really a burden to run our business daily, you know, crime was.
Hold on, Mr. We're talking specifically about whether or not.
Yeah, that's what I was. Sorry.
Okay, go then wrap up.
I was gonna wrap it around that, where make it short. The fact that people are scared to come to the district, and the reason why they stayed inside because they feel like if they step outside to wait for the Uber 20 to 30 minutes of Uber wait time, they feel like they were going to get targeted and robbed by anybody, passerby, robber, or anything like that.
All right, I'm not going to allow you to rely on these documents. I'm not going to move these documents in evidence. And the reason I'm not going to move the documents in evidence, talking about these alerts, because I don't believe that they're relevant for the case here, because as stated by counsel, I don't know when they were done, when the reports were done, and it's not apparent that these were alerts that directly impact your establishment. Yes, if you're saying that there are alerts regarding the District of Columbia generally, but you have to show the relevancy to say that if it was an alert, to say that within the block of 14th Street that your establishment was for that day, yes, I would more so consider it. But based on, I don't believe that it is relevant for this particular case. So I'm not going to allow you to move those alerts in evidence. All right. Do you have any other?
Yes, there are some text messages.
I just think that it's not for this particular hearing, it's not relevant, so I'm not going to allow you to move these alerts in evidence. Do you have any other documents that you want to, or documents or videos that you want to move in evidence, sir, for the board to consider?
Yes, Mr. Chairperson. If you look at this text message in the bottom that I received, it's a 1400 block of U Street, which is a block away or two from my establishment. These are
Is
this
this,
not as
hold on, is this is still and I don't, since I don't have the documents in front of me, so is this document we're looking at, is this within the trove of documents that you're trying to move in evidence? Is it the same, is this the same exhibit? I don't know because I don't have the document in front of me, or is this a different exhibit?
it's a different one from the one I showed you. I mean, it's an alert that I received within the area of my business establishment on March 30th. There's a crime there that did occur. So I guess what I'm trying to connect is that I'm sorry for the lack of attorney skills to really get this communicated. But what I'm trying to say is that my customers were afraid to stand outside the door, wait for the Uber for half an hour because they felt like they were gonna get robbed and mugged. And so that's the connection I'm trying to create here. And the other evidence I have is the video. I'm not sure if you saw my video that I
No,
submitted to.
I have not seen any documents. That's one of the reasons why, if you want the board to consider it, you have to present it here. So that's why I'm asking you. So if you
Okay.
send, as long as you send the documents timely, then you can show us and then tell us why is it that you believe it's relevant for your case. I'm not gonna allow those the alerts that you just try to present in evidence. The board is not going to consider those because
Okay.
I don't believe that they're relevant to the date in question, because this is an incident that occurred on April 6th. And I think the last one you showed was, I think, in March. You said you have a video. What is this video that you want to show us, sir?
This is the video that shows where the investigator arriving at the
Sure.
establishment.
So you can show the video, sir, from who took this video? Who took
My
this video, sir?
surveillance. It's a
All right, so go
surveillance
ahead.
camera.
Okay, so show us the video. We can't see the video, so if you have a video on to show us, I'm not seeing it. I'm not, neither am I seeing you too, sir. So are you trying to show us a video, sir?
Yeah, I thought it was playing. Are you guys not able to see it?
No, we're not able to see it, sir.
Oh my God. Okay, this whole time it was playing. Okay. So, it was playing on my end, so I'm not sure why it's not playing on your end.
It's not playing on our, I mean, when you shared your screen the last time, I was able to see the document, but I've
Okay.
been back.
I apologize. Are you guys able to see it now?
No, sir.
Mr. Ayala, your screen is not shared.
So are you sharing your screen? Did you do
Yes,
the
I
same
was.
thing? Well, try again. If not, I'll ask our IT specialist to assist you. But whatever you did the first time, did you do it again this time?
Right. Let me see.
It also appears you have poor connectivity where you are
Okay.
potentially.
My house.
What may be happening is once you share the video, it just adds to the poor connectivity and then your connection gets lost.
Okay. I did submit them, however. That's what I
Yeah,
wanted to
I
say.
know you did some, and that's what. But in order to move it in evidence, you have to describe it till you have to physically go over the video here in the hearing for the board to consider it. So if we have no testimony or if it's not moved into evidence here in the hearing, then the board cannot consider it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm trying for you to present whatever
Yeah.
witnesses or documents that you have today.
Just give me 1 second, sir. I apologize. I don't know why my house not allowing me to come to the screen that you guys are on. I truly apologize.
But how were you? You just shared your screen with the
Yeah, I
first
was
in the
doing that, but then
document.
now the whole thing disappeared, Mr. Chairperson. Trying to come back to your screen, I can't get to your screen now. For some reason, that disappeared as well. I can only hear your voice.
Are you able to move to a better internet location?
I'm sitting in my living room, so like I connected. I mean, I have very strong connection here. I can hear your voice, but I can't get to the WebEx to come back to the screen at all. Allow me. And I'm
Do
trying
you
to
see a
rejoin
share
again.
button? Yeah, I would say drop off and then rejoin. See if that
I think that's what I'm
refreshes.
about to do. Yeah.
All right, so drop off and then we'll look for you to bring you back
Okay.
online. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. That's not an open WebEx.
No, I think he was telling you to sign off and sign back. I
Yeah,
thought.
that's what like it disappeared on me. Like, give me 1 second, Mr. Chairperson. Now it's
No,
coming
no.
back.
He was saying sign off from this hearing and log back on. That's what I think. That's what I
Correct.
believe you
But
to do.
let me see. It's not even allowing me to get to that screen. That's the problem. I can hear your voice, but I don't see you on my screen. So I'm gonna log. I'm trying to do my task manager and terminate. All right. Just one second. That's manager.
Or you could Control Delete, reboot.
I don't understand. Like I got.
I would suggest maybe rebooting the computer entirely and then rejoining. That might be the best option.
Okay, I think that's what I'll do. Okay, already. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. It's not even doing that. This happened to me.
One way to do it is just holding down the power button
Oh,
until it
and that's what
completely
I'm
shuts
doing.
down.
Yeah, that's what
You have to hold it down
I'm
firmly
holding that right now.
until it completely shuts down. And if you have a mobile device, like a cell phone, you could join via there as well. Are you still there, Mr. Ayalu? I'm not sure, Chairman, if he successfully rebooted.
All right, Al.
He never dropped off the line. Perhaps you could kick him out, Jose.
Sometimes if we do that, then he can't get back in.
Ah,
So I'll just wait and see. But I could put him as an attendee.
got it.
He dropped off on his own, so I think he successfully rebooted.
Thank you. I'm going to step away I'll be right back. So hopefully you'll be back by the time I come back. Okay.
Mr. Yalu, did your connection improve?
All right, I'm back. Are you, Mr. Ayalu, are you back?
I apologize. Yes, it is. Seems to be back, but it just
Are you
seems
able
to.
to share your screen, sir?
Yeah,
I can't see you, but
yeah. I'm trying to start the video too. I don't know why my computer is really sluggish. I just restarted.
all right.
Apologize. I keep start the video is not allowing me to do so.
Do you have this media on your phone potentially, where you could join on your phone?
So,
Mr. Chair, if it will assist, I can just share my screen. I'm
Oh.
not, the district is not willing to seek and find parts of the video for Mr. Ayalu, but we can play through the video in its entirety. It's
All right,
only
Mr.
42 seconds.
All right, Mr. Ayalu, the government will, Mr. Tenchi will share his screen and play the video. What is it your thought? Is that okay, sir, that he can play the entire video? Mr. Ayalu. Mr. Ayalu.
Mr. Yalu, you can also call in if your connection is poor.
okay.
Mr. Ayalu. All right.
Yeah.
Um,
At this
all right.
point, yeah.
No, hold on, sir. All right. The government is gonna play. Is it just one video, sir?
Yeah, the one that I sent him a copy.
All right,
Yeah.
the government is gonna play the video, okay? And so they'll play. He said the video is 42 seconds, so they'll play the video. When you're done, you can explain to us what the video is. So we'll see the video, okay? Is that fine, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Oriana, please allow Mr. Tenchi to share his screen. Okay, so play the video and then you can explain to us after the fact, sir, what the video is, okay? Are you able to reposition the video, like turn it upside? I don't know. So, because we're looking at it slanted.
That is the entirety of the video. That was played exactly as it was received. The zooming and rotation were original, Mr. Chair.
Fine, thank you. Mr. Ayalo,
Yes.
what is it that you're trying to show to us in the video, sir?
It was the 42 seconds, right? No, Mr. Genchi.
He said he played the entirety of the video. So what was it that you want us
No, it's
to
just
get?
the time that there was no music was playing, the lights were up, fully up, and the inspector came in and left. That's what it was. I'm not
And
mistaken.
so what time was this video taken, sir?
3:24:25, I believe.
All right.
Stamped. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to state there?
Just basically, and I apologize for my technical difficulty. I was really trying to get some evidence to come in here come on here, but
So what is the evidence that you're trying to
you know, the time where
Are you there, sir? We saw the video, so why don't you tell us what it is?
you know,
I
yeah.
did not hear you, sir. Just start at the beginning. We saw the video, so what is it that you were trying to prove with the video?
No, that you know, there was no music playing. The lights were up, and the people who were waiting, they did leave the establishment right away, and that was communicated to the ABCA investigator, and that's what I was trying to communicate.
Okay. Anything else you want to present, sir?
Not at the moment.
right.
But I also wanted to say that I did receive a delinquency letter regarding this ticket, where I was not presented the initial ticket and whatnot. So I had to go to ABCA to get that.
Well, but you're here today. You're contesting. So that's why we have this hearing today.
Yeah.
So
So I just
whatever
wanted to make a statement.
whatever delinquency you might have received, sir, that's not relevant. That's not. You don't have to be concerned about that because you have no one is contesting the validity of your challenge. That's why you have this hearing today. All right. So this is since you're not presenting any more direct testimony. Now, because you are the witness, the government will have an opportunity to ask questions of you, sir. Okay? So the government is going to ask questions of you based on the testimony you just gave. All right? Any questions, sir?
No.
No, Mr. Chen, any questions of Mr. Ayalu?
Mr. Ayalu, were you able to see the video that was marked as Exhibit 1, the video of Investigator Nelson entering the establishment?
Yes.
You see the individuals that were standing outside of your establishment before Investigator Nelson had entered?
Yes.
Were those individuals also patrons of your establishment who had just left the establishment?
They left a while back. They'd be waiting for an Uber as well.
No further questions.
Any questions by the board members? Go ahead, Ms. Quinn.
Hi, thank you for testifying today. I think what I'm trying to understand is we've got people who are standing outside who've left and are waiting for an Uber. And then we have people who are inside who you're saying are afraid to wait outside, but other people are outside and have been outside for
those individuals.
Mr. Yalo, let her finish asking a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you finished your question. Sorry.
Sure. So if you could just reconcile that situation for me.
Okay, sure, Ms. Board Member. So basically, the individuals, as soon as the Uber says 1 minute near, 2 minutes near, they stepped outside so they don't miss the Uber. They stood outside. The other individuals, they were waiting. I swear, that's what it was.
Okay, because when counsel asked you about the people who were standing outside, I thought I heard you say they had been standing out there for a while, but maybe what you meant was that they had called their Uber a while ago and were just now going outside. Okay, yeah. I understand. So I think even if I'm able to understand and sympathize with this notion that there's a lot of crime in the city, or perhaps at the moment this was going on, there was a heightened crime moment. If I can go there with you, I think where I'm having a difficult time, and particularly because you noted that some of these folks were your friends, is in this hesitancy to share with them that they will compromise your ability to remain licensed and provide the services you're providing to them if they continue to drink and smoke. I think it's one thing to say, I understand you're concerned about standing outside. It's another thing when we are 20 minutes past closing time to allow them to continue to smoke and drink and to come here and express to us as a business owner, I don't feel comfortable telling them hey, I love having you as a customer, but you probably don't know this, but after this hour, if you continue to drink and smoke, I could lose my license or I might have to pay a fine. So I really need you. I'm okay with you waiting, but I can't have you drinking and smoking in here after this hour. It's the difficulty that you're having with that conversation that I need to better understand.
Foreman Burmese Quinn, that's not the case here. Honestly, there's more so that day. It was literally the safety was what was most important thing on the table. And they're waiting for the Uber. Just to give you a background, I've been operating this business at that location for 3 years. Except one incident, I have not had any infraction whatsoever, and that happened to be my birthday. And I took liability for that, accountability for that. It was a private event, but I did pay the fine. After that, in 3 years of operating, I never had any issues with any other investigator with ABCA in general. I follow the rules and regulation that are in place. But there are times that things were tough, but conversation always did occur. And I have no intention to lose my license because I invested a lot of money.
Sure.
So I would not lose over 3-4 drinks, serving 3-4 drinks, and I invested $1 million in this establishment to build it as a business. So that's not the case. I wanted to be clear about that. Honestly, and I'm swearing to God, and I swore before this testimony that it is what it is. They were there. They were waiting for the Uber. That's all I can only tell the truth.
Sure.
There are no intention for them to stay there. Other than that.
So if they were there waiting for their Uber, do you acknowledge that we just saw video of them drinking and smoking? Let's just take out drinking because I don't know what was in the glass. I saw them smoking in the establishment after hours. Do you acknowledge that happened? Even if they didn't wait on okay, all right.
Sorry, the hookah is there. I just literally, when we leaving, the conversation, I can literally vividly remember it because I, for one, don't want to, pay any fine or encounter for any penalties or about it, the move. So I really had a conversation with them. If you notice, the people who smoke hookah, there's nothing in front of them. There's a can of ginger ale sitting in front of them. That's a soda. And those people are leaving, like literally the Uber waiting time at the peak hour varies from 20 minutes to 30 minutes, literally at that time. It's a rush time where everybody leave from every establishment calling. When the investigator arrived, it's 3:25. Within like 25 minutes of period, they were just waiting, getting ready to leave. As soon as she came in, I told her what it was, and I called her right away, and I said, "You can, Miss Nelson, you can come back and look at it. They're outside. Everything's done. They're gone within not even 2 minutes, because we were not processing anything, and that's what it was."
Okay, so let me close with this. I'm just going to give you a little unsolicited friendly advice. If you find yourself in a situation like this again, I strongly encourage you to have your workers come by and take the hookah off the table, because I think you'll find yourself back in the situation, because I don't have as much difficulty understanding crime and not wanting people standing outside for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. That I don't have a problem with. I do have a problem with them staying inside and continuing to either drink or smoke the hookah. That's where it becomes a different situation for me. So that's just a little bit of friendly advice.
Thank you so much, and it will never happen. I promise you, a lesson learned.
Any other questions by any of the board members? Mr. Ayula, I guess the question I want to ask you, are you aware that because your hours ends at 3 a.m., I mean, I guess, what does closing time 3 a.m. means to you, sir?
So the way we do have a timeline, if you will. How do we do the closing operation, including my security staff? 2:30 is our last call. 2:45 is the last beverage we pour from the bar. Within that grace period, they have to finish paying. They have to wrap everything up within the 5 minutes period. My staff will shut down everything. By 3 o'clock, they have to leave the establishment unless it's like it's bad weather, it's raining, so we don't have like all the women to stand outside in the rain, or like until their transportation. Nowadays, people use the Uber. The big issue right now is just having these ride share availability like really at a call. So they do it. Other than that, we do not have any other issue, but that's the procedure that we do have in place. By 3 a.m., yes, we do kick everybody out. There are times that where there's no business. In fact, we do close early because we just didn't have any customers. So that's my procedure.
So if you're saying by 3 a.m. you need to cook and clear everyone out, but at 3 a.m. should I see people still sitting at the bar? Should I still see, because for what I saw in the video, I saw at least one individual, there were 2 water bottles before them. So let's not even talk about what's in the cup. But there were, and let's not even talk about the whether or not they were smoking hookah, but at least what I saw, so I saw someone sitting at 2 people sitting at the bar, and there were like 2 water bottles in front of them. So what does a hard closure at 3 a.m. means, and folks still being in the establishment at 3 a.m.?
Well, I agree. However, we do not serve any alcohol at that time. That's one thing we do, is we do pick up the alcohol. Because of the hours says until 3 a.m., we still allowed to be until 3 a.m., but not serving alcohol at 3 a.m. So if we do serve somebody at 2:55 a drink, you don't expect them to just chug it in and pass the glasses to us. So we do not serve anybody past 2:45. So we or 1:45 respectively when we close at 2. So that 15 minutes grace period is what we work with. Right after that, it's just basically pushing everybody out the door. Based on their call, based on the weather, and like I said, right now with the DC being a little peace and cordial, people get pushed out of the building to stand in front of the building to wait for their ride share. At that time, when the incident occurred in 2025 of April, it was not a pretty sight. The whole area was not, and that's why that's my standing, my stance rather.
Sir, at 3 a.m. closing time, because that's your 3 a.m. It appears that 3 a.m. is your hours of operation and 3 a.m. is your hours of alcohol sale. At 3 a.m. should mean that outside of at 3:01 or 3:02, outside of your staff cleaning the establishment, there should be no customers in the establishment appear what looks like still enjoying what you offer. But anyway, Mr. Senti, any questions of Mr. Ayala based on the questions that were asked of the board?
No, Mr. Chair.
Sir, do you need to say anything to clarify what you just said, or do you rest?
I think I said enough, and I wanted to first apologize about
Well, you're going to get an opportunity to do a closing, but this is still you presenting
Sorry.
your case. So you're still going to get another opportunity. So if you've rested, then you're going to get another opportunity. The government is going to close. The government is going to say what it is that the government wants us to do, and then you'll get an opportunity to further explain in closing what your position is and what is it you want the board to do. So you still get an opportunity after the government does that.
I apologize for the lack of process understanding, but no, thank you.
Fine. Does the government wish to do closing?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
May it please the board. The government has proven its case to you today. The district has proven by substantial evidence in the record that Flair Restaurant and Lounge did in fact violate DC Code section 25723B2, 25762A, and 25762B13. We proved it because the establishment was operating after hours. The facts of the case are simple, and we have it all on video. Investigator Nelson saw patrons outside of the establishment, approached the establishment, was allowed access by a security guard, and when she walked inside, what did she see? Numerous patrons sitting at the bar, drinking beverages, smoking hookah, sitting in there as though they were patrons of the establishment, sitting at a time that the establishment would be open. That is operation after hours. Investigator Nelson told you that when operation hours are over, patrons should be out of the establishment. They should not be drinking alcohol. They should not be drinking anything. They should not be smoking hookah. They should be leaving the establishment. Now, that case could be that simple. But Mr. Ayalu has come and has offered a defense that ultimately does not defend against the charge. What Mr. Ayalu has claimed today is that he was simply keeping individuals safe inside of his establishment. Now, let's assume, for the sake of argument, that what he's saying is correct, that there was some degree of safety concern that individuals needed to remain inside. Investigator Nelson did not approach that establishment at 3:10 a.m., 3:15 a.m. She approached it at nearly 3:30 a.m., nearly a half hour after this establishment's operations were supposed to have ceased. And when she was in there, she told you she didn't see any individuals on their phones. No one appeared to be in any sort of urgency waiting for an Uber. You saw the video yourself of the individuals leaning over the bar, having casual conversation, enjoying the hookah, enjoying the beverages. These were not individuals that were waiting for a ride share. As Mr. Ayalu said himself, the patrons that were standing out front of the establishment, they were his patrons, but they had left. While he did try to correct himself when board member Janine Quinn asked a follow-up question, he said, well, they had left some time ago. Those individuals that had left some time ago, they could wait outside out front for the Uber. But the other individuals, well, they weren't able to do so for some reason. Because all of those individuals, according to Mr. Ayalu, must have been facing wait times of up to 30 minutes for an Uber ride. Now, we have no evidence. None of those people have come here today to say that they were waiting that long. That's just speculation on Mr. Ayalu's part. What we can say is that Mr. Ayalu told Investigator Nelson after she departed the establishment, he says that he called her within 5 minutes of her leaving, saying, well, now everyone's cleared out. I got everyone out of there. So somehow, from 3 o'clock to 3:30, we're unable to clear individuals out of the establishment. But once I'm in trouble, 5 minutes, no problem. They're all gone. Not even out front. They're clear. Are you supposed to believe that those individuals were actually waiting for Ubers based on that representation? We want to look further. Mr. Ayalu has said, well, no, I actually have a process. Well, I make sure that people don't stay after hours because last call is at 2:30 in the morning. The last beverages are served at 2:45. Well, members of the board, let's take a look once again at what's marked in the report as Exhibit 2. It's a 4-second video. Now, I believe what Mr. Ayalu was referring to in his own statement was that, well, some of those individuals, they had soda cans. That's at the 4-second mark. Let's look at the thumbnail from the video, the 0-second mark. There's no soda cans in front of these. There's water bottles. There's also these 2 glasses that have a dark brown liquid inside of them. Now, again, assume for the sake of argument that that's not alcohol. despite investigator Nelson saying that there was no indication that that was anything but alcohol. Let's assume that it's not. If he's serving his last drink, 2:45 in the morning, we're not looking at a video from 5 minutes after that. Not from 10, not from 30. We're looking at a video from almost 45 minutes after the last drink, according to Mr. Ayalu, is poured. And those glasses are half full. He's not expecting his customers to chug his beverages incredibly quickly and immediately exit the establishment. But those beverages were consumed about halfway down a glass over the course of 45 minutes. It's another thing that he's expecting you to believe. But the evidence is in front of you. Let's think about what is reasonable. What is reasonable operation? What reasonable individuals do? Order a beverage, drink about half of it, and leave it in front of them for nearly an hour? No. It's not reasonable because it's not what happened. Mr. Ayalu went on to say that otherwise, besides this, well, he has a nearly spotless record. He only has one other interaction with ABCA. He says that was for a private event. Let's be clear what that investigative history is for. It's in the case report. You'll be able to look at it, members of the board. It was 2 months before this charge, and it was for operating after hours. The same conduct. All that the district is asking you to do is to look at what is in front of you and see what it is. The establishment was operating after hours. Mr. Ayalu can say, we weren't operating, we were just serving people drinks and letting them smoke hookah. We weren't operating, we were just operating. The district has proven its case, and the evidence that Mr. Ayalu has presented has further proven it. The district asks that you find in favor of the district and apply a penalty that is consistent with DC law. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Ayala, what is it you want the board to do?
Well, Mr. Chairperson and board member, I'm here today to ask, and the reason why I contest this ticket is to be waived and good faith that I did not operate in after hours. I think Mr. Sensi got it in a sense of what after hours to him, and those people, when I gave the timeline guideline of how we do pick up the alcohol process, it was just for understanding. But we don't yank people's drink or take their drinks away at 2:45 because we told them this is the last drink. And by 3 o'clock, we're not supposed to have anybody in there. And it was very clear. But my stance on this is that, as I mentioned earlier, I'm too invested in this business for me to sell 3 to 5 drinks to make a profit for that night. I was not serving after hours. I think a definition of after hours, you can go around a night and see, which venues operating after hours and how many customers they have inside to make it profitable. I would not want to lose or be in violation of my license of 3 drinks that was presented by Mr. Sensi to show that it was an after hour. There was no music playing. Lights were up all the way up to indicate that we are for the night, waiting based on the customer's concern. For that day, I waited for them to leave. And the previous encounter that I had, and I came up front with that, and I think Mr. Sensi and I had this conversation before on the side. It was my birthday event. That did happen. It was a private event, and for that, I take liability. I made a mistake, a lapse of judgment. I arrived at, on the day of the event, I arrived from a different country. My friends and family wanted to host a birthday party for me, and I paid the fine. And I took full responsibility. When there's, accountability is required, I'm always there. I'm not trying to make anything out of something. I mean, just basically, I was not operating after hours the day in this case. They were waiting for their transportation, and uh, yes, the mistakes were like maybe I should have took off all the hookah and the last soda beverages they were drinking, water beverages they were drinking. I should have took all that away and made them wait right by the front of the establishment. And I'm doing that precisely. Moving forward, there's a lot of lesson learned from this mistake. But like I said, looking at my history of operating in DC, and prior to that, operating as a manager in DC establishments for 15 years, I'm very by the book guy, and you never heard of Flair before. The last two encounter, and it's my job to make sure that we're not gonna have this conversation again. And I'm asking the board to have a leniency towards the business, so that you guys will take everything in consideration to what I said. Willing to provide the sales number for that day. I didn't even make $1,000. Like, I made $1,200. I can't even make the payroll. As much as I'm suffering right now, I can't even have a legal representation right now because the amount of expense that I have right now, and I'm dealing with. That's why you're dealing with a rookie amateur business owner coming in front of you. And thank you for listening to everything I have to say, and for the lack of procedure understanding. I apologize in advance and now, but I hope that you guys will make a consideration that I'm telling the truth, and I was not praying after hour, and I'm asking for your leniency on this one. And I promise that to follow a very strict rule moving forward. And I've been doing that since the case. You haven't heard or I haven't received or gotten any ticket whatsoever. I haven't been in any violation whatsoever because what I invested in means a lot to me. This is my livelihood, and I'm not going to risk it over like 3 to 6 individuals drinking at the bar. So that I just want to put that on the record. And thank you for listening to what I have to say.
Thank you, sir. You're not right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. The record is now closed. Do the parties wish to file proposed findings of fact and conclusion of law, or waive their right to do so? Basically, you want to write a legal brief about what was proven today, or you believe the board has enough information so we can make our findings based on what was presented today, sir?
The district is willing to waive.
Mr. Yalo.
Yes, sorry.
I asked a question, and whether or not you want to do proposed findings of fact and conclusion of law. Basically, write a legal brief about what happened today. That's the long and short of it.
No.
All right, so you waive. All right. Let me go with the record. So, as chairperson of the Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Board for the District of Columbia, and in accordance with DC Official Code Section 2-575 of the Open Meetings Act, I move that ABC Board hold a closed meeting for the purpose of seeking legal advice from our counsel on case number 25 CIT 00256 Flair Restaurant and Lounge, pursuant to DC Official Code Section 2-575B4A of the Open Meetings Act, and deliberating upon case number 25 CIT 00256 Flair Restaurant and Lounge for the reasons cited in DC Official Code Section 2-575B13 of the Open Meetings Act. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. I'll now take a roll call vote. Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Ms. Quinn.
Ms. Quinn, I agree.
Mr. Meadows.
Mr. Meadows, I agree.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. As the motion has passed, I hereby give notice that ABC Board will recess its proceedings to hold a closed meeting pursuant to Section 2-575 of the Open Meetings Act. The board will issue a decision in 90 days, sir. Thank you for your presentation today. You both have a great day. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That concludes our morning calendar. And so let me now briefly go through our afternoon calendar. The first case on our afternoon calendar is case number 25CC00009, Chesapeake Big Market, license number 117463. This case has been canceled and an offer in compromise has been provided to the board for its review and consideration. The next case on our calendar is case number 26PRO00002, Buddies DC, license number 123008. This hearing has been rescheduled to May 20th at 1:30 p.m. The next case on our calendar is case number 26PRO00001, Buddies DC, license number 123008. This hearing has also been rescheduled to May 20th at 1:30 p.m. And the last matter on our afternoon calendar is case number 26PRO00003, District Wellness Center, license number 127952. This hearing has been canceled due to the filing of a settlement agreement. The board will review and issue a determination on whether or not we will approve the settlement agreement. So with that, the board has concluded its calendar for the day. And so now let us now go to our agendas for the day. The first agenda item that the board will address today, it's the legal agenda, alcohol. The first matter on the legal agenda, alcohol, it's review of a settlement agreement. This is in case number 26PRO00009. This is MLK Lounge and Restaurant, license number 088787. That matter, the recommendation to the board is for the board to approve the settlement agreement. Number two, it's review of a settlement agreement. This is for Open Crumb. License number 134513. Recommendation is to approve the settlement agreement. And number three, review of emergency rulemaking to maintain the Glover Park moratorium zone, and the board will approve. The recommendation is that the board should approve this matter. I therefore make a motion that ABC board vote to approve the recommendations that's put forth by the board, by the chair, for the legal agenda, alcohol. Is there a second?
Ms. Quinn, I second.
Ms. Quinn, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Ms. Quinn.
Ms. Quinn, I agree.
Mr. Meadows.
Mr. Meadows, I agree.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 5-0. We now move to our legal agenda, alcohol addendum. There are two matters on this agenda, and I will review in the record, then I'll make recommendations, and then I'll make a motion that the board approves the recommendation as put forth by the chair. So number one, review of a settlement agreement. Excuse me, this is in case number 26PRO00023, Tango Pastry Kitchen and Bar, license number 134324. Recommendation approve the settlement agreement. Number two, offer in compromise. This is in case number 25-251-00012, 12 after 12, license number 117238. The offer in compromise is as follows. Charge one, allow the establishment to be used for an unlawful or disorderly purpose, statutory authority, DC Code Section 25-82382. There's a $4,000 fine payable within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine has been paid. Charge number two, failed to follow security plan, statutory authority, DC Code Section 25-823A6. There is a $4,000 fine payable within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine has been paid. Charge number three, failed to follow security plan, statutory authority, DC Code Section 25-823A6. This charge has been dismissed. Charge four, failed to follow security plan, statutory authority, DC Code Section 25-823A6. This charge has also been dismissed. Charge five, failed to follow security plan, statutory authority, DC Code Section 25-823A6. Charge 5 has also been dismissed. Charge 6 failed to ensure cameras were operational, statutory authority, DC Code Section 25-836G1. This charge has been dismissed. Charge 7, allow a patron to exhibit the establishment with an alcoholic beverage, statutory authority, DC Code Section 25-113A2A11. There is a fine of $250 paid within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely. The fine has been paid. Charge 8. Failed to carry ABC manager's license, statutory authority, DC Code Section 25-711E. There is a mandatory warning issued for charge 8 and for charge 9. ABC manager made false or misleading statements, statutory authority, DC Code Section 25-823A1. There is a $4,000 fine paid within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine has been paid. I have the recommendation approval. So I therefore make a motion that the ABC board members vote to approve the recommendation as put forth by the chair for the legal agenda alcohol addendum. Is there a second?
Mr. Meadows, I second.
Mr. Meadows, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Ms. Quinn.
Ms. Quinn, I agree.
Mr. Meadows.
Mr. Meadows, I agree.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 5-0. Let's now move to our licensing agenda. The first agenda we will do is the alcohol licensing agenda. On this agenda, there are 8 applications. I'll review all 8. I will make recommendations, and then I'll make a motion that ABC board members vote to approve the recommendations as put forth by the chair. So number 1, review request to remove the license from safekeeping for reopening under transfer entity. This is District Larder, formerly Farm to Feast. License number. The old license number is 126864. The new license number is 135497. Recommendation approval. Number 2, review application to extend safekeeping of license. This is Araklon, license number 116082. Recommendation approval through September 30th, 2026. Number 3, review application extend safekeeping of license. This is for Cookie Corner, license number 111680. Recommendation approval through September 30th, 2026. Number 4, review application to extend safekeeping of license. This is Wine and Spirit Depot, license number 126931. Recommendation approval through September 30th, 2026. Number 5, review application to extend safekeeping of license. This is for Architect House, license number 103519. Recommendation approval through September 30th, 2026. Number 6, review application to extend safekeeping of license. This is for Spirit and Sprout, license number 089362. Recommendation approval through September 30th, 2026. Number 7, review application to extend safekeeping of license. This is Ben's Chili Bowl, Ben's Next Door, Ben's Upstairs, license number 131844. Recommendation approval through September 30th, 2026. And number 8, review request to allow 1201 K Street F&B Tenant LLC to serve as corporate paymaster for alcoholic beverage purchases from wholesalers and manufacturers. This is request is from the Eaton DC Allegory Wild Days, license number 123549. Recommendation approval. I therefore make a motion that ABC board members vote to approve the recommendation as put forth by the chair for the alcohol licensing agenda. Is there a second?
Mr. Jones, I second the motion.
Mr. Jones has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Ms. Quinn.
Ms. Quinn, I agree.
Mr. Meadows.
Mr. Meadows, I agree.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passes 5-0. We now move to the supplemental alcohol licensing agenda. Number 1, review request for temporary operating retail permit. This is for the Dock Shop, license number 135569, recommendation approval. I therefore make a motion that ABC Board vote to approve this this TORP. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Grant,
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Ms. Quinn,
Ms. Quinn, I agree.
Mr. Meadows,
Mr. Meadows, I agree.
Mr. Jones,
Mr. Jones, I agree.
and Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 5-0. We now move to the alcohol cancellation agenda. The ABC Board will be canceling the following licenses for the reasons outlined before. Number 1, Chicken and Whiskey, license number 118586. The licensee requests cancellation. Number 2, Paste and Ryan Cheese Company, license number 122723. Licensee requested cancellation. I make a motion that ABC Board vote to cancel those 2 licenses. Is there a second?
Ms. Quinn, I second.
Ms. Quinn has seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote. Mr. Grant,
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Ms. Quinn,
Ms. Quinn, I agree.
Mr. Meadows,
Mr. Meadows, I agree.
Mr. Jones,
Mr. Jones, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passes 5-0. We now move to the board's temporary license and 1-day substantial change docket. On this docket, there are 24 applications. I will review all 24 in the record with some recommendations, and then I will make a motion that ABC board members vote to approve the recommendation as put forth by the chair. Number 1, a request from Erin Sally, SCALLY, for 1-day license Class F wine tasting, April 10th. The license number is 135531. 80 attendees, 2 security guards, recommendation approval. Number 2, a request from Fireworth, and let me spell the name, FIREHIWOT. The last name is spelled ABAIIRGA. And this is for a 1-day license Class F. This is a graduation party, July 12th. The license number is 135532. 200 attendees, 4 security guards, recommendation approval. Number 3, a request from Allison Dewey for 1-day license Class F, celebration, March 26th. License number is 135540. 50 attendees, 1 security guard, recommendation approval. Number 4, request from Rodney, Rudney, RUDNEY, a 1-day license Class F, celebration. This is April 16th. The license number is 135541. 75 attendees, 2 security guards, recommendation approval. Number 5, a request from Allison Dan, Alisa, ALISA, Dan, DAN, for 1-day license Class F, wedding event. May 15th, the license number is 135571. 40 attendees, 1 security guard's recommendation approval. 6, another request from Alisa Dan, wedding reception. This is on June 6th. The license number is 135572. 40 attendees, 1 security guard, recommendation approval. Number 7, a request from Aliyah, ALIYAH, 1-day license Class F festival. This is March 28th. The license number is 135573. 1,000 attendees, 20 security guards, recommendation approval. Number 8, a request from Aman Amini, AMAN. Last name is spelled AMINI. 1-day license Class F music festival. This is March 27th through March 28th. The license number is 135579. 200 attendees, 4 security guards, recommendation approval. Number 9, a request from Ryan Schaffer, a 1-day license Class G. This is for Sakura Matsuri Japanese Street Festival. This is April the 11th through April 12th. The license number is 135528. for 40,000 attendees, 800 security guards. Recommendation approval. Excuse me. Number 10, a request from Agatha Bly, B-L-A-Y, a one-day license class G for wedding April 4th. License number is 135529. 175 attendees, 4 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 11, a request from Miller McDaniel, one-day license class G fundraiser, March 28th. License number is 135535. 75 attendees, 3 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 12, request from Jessica Drewson, one-day license class G fundraiser, March 28th. License number is 135530. 300 attendees, 6 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 13, request from Stephen Hessler, one-day license class G art gallery closing show, March 28th. License number is 135537. 100 attendees, 2 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 14, another request from Stephen Hessler, one-day license class G celebration of closing of H Street Car. This is March 29th. The license number is 135539. 125 attendees, 2 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 15, a request from Patrick D. Batista, one-day license class G dance, April 4th. License number is 135557. 200 attendees, 4 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 16, another request from Patrick D. Batista, one-day license class G, a dance, April 18th. License number is 135558. 200 attendees, 4 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 17, a request from Stephanie Holland, one-day license class G, Cultural Music Festival, April 18th. License number is 135588. 7,500 attendees, 150 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 18, a request from Cliff Green, one-day license class H festival. This is for the DC Sketchy Comedy Festival. This is March 25th through March 29th. License number is 135526. 50 attendees, 4 security guards. Recommendation approval. Number 19, Lucky Polo District Eagle, one-day substantial change after hours party. Nature Substantial Change hosts an after hours party. This is March 29th. The license number is 117897. Substantial Change license is 26NC00589. Recommendation approval. Number 20, the Harp Irish Goodbye LLC, one-day substantial change, traditional Irish celebration. This is March 29th. The license number is 133946. Substantial change license is 26SC00591. Recommendation approval. Number 21, Whitlow's one-day substantial change, soccer viewing, nature of substantial change, seeking to change hours of operation only, June to 7 a.m. for soccer viewing. Excuse me. This is on April 4th. The license number is 082871. Substantial change license 26SC00598. Recommendation approval. Number 22, DuPont Underground one-day substantial change, scholarship fundraiser. This is March 27th and March 28th. License number is 109116. Substantial change license is 26SC00599. Recommendation approval. Number 23, the Social Slip LLC Pub Crawl Big Memorial Bar Crawl. This is May 23rd. The license number is 000012. Substantial change license is 26 PCE 00010. Recommendation approval for 600 participants. And number 24, this is a retroactive event asking for administrative approval. So this is number 24 is the Harp Irish Goodbye LLC, one-day substantial change, traditional Irish celebration. The event was March 22nd, 2026. The license number is 133946, substantial change license 26SC 00590, recommendation administrative approval. I therefore make a motion that ABC board members vote to approve the recommendation that's put forth by the chair for the board's temporary 1-day and substantial change docket. Is there a second?
Mr. Meadows, I second your motion.
Mr. Meadows has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Grant,
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Ms. Quinn,
Ms. Quinn, I agree.
Mr. Meadows. Mr. Meadows,
Mr. Meadows, I agree.
Mr. Jones,
Mr. Jones, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passes 5-0. We now move to the board's alcohol license administrative docket for March 26th. On this docket, there are 17 applications. I'm sorry, for March 25th. There are 17 applications on this administrative docket. And so without objection, I make a motion that ABC board members vote to approve the alcohol licensing administrative docket as published for Wednesday, March 25th, 2026. Is there a second?
Mr. Jones, I second the motion.
Mr. Jones has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Grant,
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Ms. Quinn,
Ms. Quinn, I agree.
Mr. Jones,
Mr. Jones, I agree.
Mr. Meadows,
Mr. Meadows, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 5-0. And our last agenda item for the morning, it is for the day, it is a medical cannabis licensing agenda. On this agenda, there are 4 requests. I will review all 4, make recommendations, then I'll make a motion that ABC board members vote to approve the recommendation as put forth by the chair. So number 1, review status of standard application for new retail license with delivery endorsement. This is for Dreamy DC, license number 130754, recommendation of fact finding. Number 2, review of status of standard application for new retailer license with delivery endorsement with delivery, educational tasting, summer garden, and safe use treatment facility. This is a warehouse license number 129377, recommendation, fact finding. Number 3, review of change of hours requests for Higher Ground. The license number is 129388, recommendation approval. And number 4, review application extend safekeeping of license. This is for Granny Z's, license number 126762, recommendation approval through September 30th, 2026. I therefore make a motion that ABC board members vote to approve the recommendation as put forth by the chair for the medical cannabis licensing agenda. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Grant,
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Ms. Quinn,
Ms. Quinn, I agree.
Mr. Meadows,
Mr. Meadows, I agree.
Mr. Jones,
Mr. Jones, I agree.
and Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passes 5-0. We're now done with our agenda items for the day, and so I will now close the record for the day. As chairperson of the Alcohol, Beverage, and Cannabis Board for the District of Columbia, in accordance with Title III, Chapter 405, Office of Open Government, I move that ABC Board hold a closed meeting on April 1st for the purpose of discussing and hearing reports concerning ongoing or planned investigations of alleged criminal or civil misconduct or violations of law or regulations, and seeking legal advice from our legal counsel on the board's investigative agenda, legal agenda, and licensing agenda for April 1st, as published in the DC Register on March 27th. Is there a second?
Ms. Quinn, I second.
Ms. Quinn has seconded the motion. I will take a roll call vote on the motion before it's now that it has been properly seconded. Mr. Grant,
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Ms. Quinn,
Ms. Quinn, I agree.
Mr. Meadows,
Mr. Meadows, I agree.
Mr. Jones,
Mr. Jones, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. As the motion has passed, I hereby give notice that ABC Board will hold this closed meeting. Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, notice will also be posted on the ABC Board Hearing Room Bulletin Board, placed on electronic calendar and ABCA's website, and published in DC Register in as timely a manner as practical. We're now adjourned for the day. We'd like to thank the board members for their time and attention and the public who have participated in our hearings today. I now ask all board members to return to executive session for further development. Good afternoon and thank you.